Okay, so let's get into this post then. So I was tagged in a really good post from a really good friend of mine inside the industry, really good strength and conditioning coach. I'll tag him in this post somewhere. Brought up a really good point, and he was just asking, do you think that it's okay for PTs to give out nutrition advice, or should they kind of stay in their lane, do PT stuff? And it was just a really interesting point. Now, this is something that I'm really, really passionate about, and this is something that I really have a strong opinion on. So bear with me on this one. And this is not digging anybody else out in the industry, by the way. This is just me saying how I see it. It's my point of view. And I'd like to think that I've got a really good stance on this. And I've got quite a authoritative viewpoint, maybe, because I've got lived experience in this. I've got lived experience in disordered eating patterns. I really struggled after professional boxing. This is me being honest. Not trying to say that, I'm special or anything, but I had a really disordered eating pattern after I finished professional boxing. All due to stupid advice, all due to doing stupid things, listening to other people and getting in trouble with it. Because, you are so susceptible to bullshit when you're desperate to lose weight and you're desperate to get a result. So I had a really bad disordered eating pattern. That's the reason I went into I was a PT, qualified PT. I went through their level 3 nutrition and weight management, and it's rubbish. It doesn't give you enough. And this is not digging anybody out or any PTs. I'm just telling you straight. I'm giving you the facts. Like, that level of qualification is not enough to work closely with somebody, certainly a demographic, who are potentially on a borderline of disordered eating anyway, because they're desperate and they're desperate to lose weight and they're trying all these crazy things to do that. Now, I went and separated my business. I even shut my PT studio down to specifically go in nutrition, because I understand and I personally know from experience, and I know from worked experience and worked kind of experience working with people in certain areas. I know how important it is to separate the two when you're working closely in it. Like, I work with people on a close basis. So, this is just me, what I do. I'm very hands-on with my nutrition. I take it seriously because it can be a dangerous area. And people might be watching this thinking, oh, it's a bit of nutrition. Bad nutrition advice causes disordered eating patterns. Disordered eating patterns can potentially cause eating disorders, and they kill people. This isn't a joke. Eating disorders kill people. There's no two ways about it. That's why I'm so passionate about it. And I've got lived experience working with 2 people. I worked as part of a multidisciplinary team with 2 people who came to it with me, who I referred out to a medical team who had, I believed, an eating disorder. And that is serious shit. That is not just something you can go, yeah, try hard with your calories, try this stupid diet, try that, try fasting. It's dangerous. Giving people stupid advice when you're not qualified and you have no understanding of the impact of what that can potentially do to people, it's dangerous, and I'm not about it, and I do not agree with it. And I will always stand strong against people giving stupid advice. I mean, there's endless qualifications out there in nutrition. 99% of them are absolutely rubbish, absolutely useless, and they're not even worth the paper they're printed on. Some of the stuff I see out there in the industry, they're ripping people off at best, and they are causing people disordered eating patterns at worst, and it's dangerous at worst. People don't understand this, and I know people might be watching this going, no, it's only a bit of nutrition, Frosty, a bit of protein. It isn't. People who are looking to lose body fat, they're in a really tough position. Like, they will do anything. People will do anything when they're desperate. And if you've got some crackpot, and I've seen them in the industry, you'll see them on social media, these red flags all over the place. They're giving information and they're giving advice like they wrote the book on it, and they have no idea. I know I bang on about being evidence-based. I know I bang on about science, but believe me when I say, you have to know what you're talking about in this area. You can't just go off a women of prayer and what you've watched on Google or what you've seen your favorite influencers say. Just a lot of coaches regurgitate crap in the industry, and it's not good enough. So for me, I'm really passionate about this. I split off into nutrition because it's a serious issue. I really suffered, and I work with people who suffer. 2 people I've worked with as a multidisciplinary team who had a diagnosed eating disorder in the end. It's dangerous. It fucking kills people. So yeah, I'm really strong on it, and I've got a massive opinion on it. So that's my stance on nutrition. I believe if you're working with somebody in depth with nutrition, you've got to know what you're doing. You've got to be qualified to know the signs of eating disorders disordered eating patterns which lead to eating disorders. You've got to know the signs. You've got to know what you're doing, because before you know it, you're in trouble, and you're pushing people into really, really bad patterns, which can ultimately kill them. And that is not good enough. That's how serious nutrition is, and that's how serious people should take it.